You just have to be willing to put yourself out there. And once you do, the magic will begin to happen. I'm happy to use my life as an example so that others can learn. You may have to let some things go before you become successful. Success looks different on everybody, and so does the process. Some of you want success but don't want to let go of the exact thing that's in your way of obtaining success. You can't have it both ways. Welcome to Living Your Truth with Tavares. Wow, thank you. I am living in my blessing. Thank you so much. This is great. Wow. Welcome back to the show. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. I am him. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. What's up to everybody up top? What's up to everybody right here in the middle? How y'all doing? And what's up to everybody down here around me? I'm always grateful to be here with y'all here on Living Your Truth with Tavares. Today we're talking about trusting yourself. Yeah, I see some people like, Look, when it comes to trusting yourself, I'm never going to say it's going to be easy. Because there's a part of you, well, I'll speak for myself. There's a part of me that, sometimes I question that. I question what I do, and I can get in my own head. So the thing about question and the thing about trusting yourself is this. You're questioning yourself because you want to make sure that you're doing the right decision, right? Right. So that validation has to come from within. That validation is not going to come from outside of you. There's no one that's going to tell you enough times that will make you trust yourself. So you have to dig really deep and be intentional and figure out what it may or may not be that can, possibly get in the way of trusting yourself. Trusting yourself means being able to attempt to do all kinds of things without judging yourself too harshly. If you're looking to build trust in yourself, it can be helpful to do more of the things that you're good at and less of the things that you aren't. Now, I don't know if I agree with that whole thing, but here's what I like about that. I like the fact that you're making that attempt to try all kinds of things. And that's really cool right there. Because I do think with, that practice, that execution, getting to the other side of that choice is where a lot of us are trying to get to. Because once we get beyond that, we now understand that we are trusting ourselves. We now understand that we are cultivating this opportunity within ourselves. Like we're building this relationship. And sometimes, I know for myself, in building that relationship, it has, it's gotten a little tough at times. And so in looking at it, I love this topic. Because when it comes to trusting yourself, and again, speaking for myself, I know for me it's been challenging over times because I know from maybe childhood and then, of course, experiences growing up, from relationships and girlfriends to, some relationship with some of my, my fellows, that didn't go so well or that have gone terrific. And all of those are there to help shape us, much like our problems. Our problems can help us wise up and rise to the occasion if that's how we frame it. So trusting yourself is key. I know you know that. I'm not telling you something that you don't already know. But a nice reminder is a nice reminder, right? Right. Because someone right now may be having, second thoughts. They may be curious about, I don't know, they may be talking themselves out of something right now simply because they're scared of the opportunity. We all know people like that. We've been like that. I've been like that. So this is why we're talking about trusting yourself. When it comes to trusting yourself and building that trust, embrace the whole you. Some of us only want to embrace the shiny parts of ourselves or the accolades or the accomplishments. But truth be told, it's who you are at your core. Because the accolades are cool, but that's not who you are. Those are achievements. There's a difference. Those are things that you get to point to and say, yes, I did that. That year, I did that. But when it comes to yourself, Are you really willing to go there? Are you really willing to hold on to your values? Because that is important when it comes to building the trust in yourself. And then keep promises to yourself and others. Do you keep your promises or do you break them? I'm not judging, trust me. I've done both. So I'm just asking that question, kind of rhetorical, really. We don't have to go there. But we are here at Living Your Truth with Tavares. We'll be right back.
Sit tight. We're paying some bills, and we'll be right back.
What's up, y'all? It's Tavares.
Hi, this is Bobby Wood with The Grateful Dead.
And you are listening to Living Your Truth with Tavares podcast. Thank you, Bobby and The Grateful Dead. Shout out to y'all getting your start in 65 in Palo Alto, California. We rock with y'all. Thank you so much.
Beachgoers all know the best way to start the day. It's breakfast at Burgers West. Breakfast is cooking at Burgers West every morning, while you can just about smell the fresh hot coffee brewing up and down the beach. Try their sun-up sandwich, cheese, eggs, and 2 ounces of sausage on a hot, fresh bun for only 99 cents. Burgers West, 1794 Beach Boulevard in Huntington Beach. There's a whole bunch of farm fresh 2-inch thick omelets to choose from. Cheese, sausage and cheese, chili and cheese. Just great with Burgers West fresh hot coffee, down home mouth watering biscuits, and southern fried taters. Breakfast at Burgers West, it will set you straight for the whole day and get you going on your way. 1794 Beach Boulevard near Pacific Coast Highway in friendly Huntington Beach. Great quality eating at down-home prices. See for yourself if they don't have the best darn breakfast along the entire coast. Open at 6 a.m. every day of the week. Burgers West. Great meals at great prices. What you say?
I heard it through the grapevine.
Remember, practice positive self-talk. Treat yourself. Don't cheat yourself.
Welcome back to the show. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. I am him. Today we're talking about trusting yourself and what that means to a lot of us. We covered a few. I'm going through a lot of them right now. I'm checking them out. And I'm making sure that we are extra paying much attention to, the things that we may overlook, like keeping those promises to ourselves. That's important. That right there, that can count for something because, we teach people how to treat us based on how we treat ourselves. So think about this. Have you ever been around somebody for a long time? You built a nice bond. They know certain things about you. You know certain things about them. And then they start to understand that you have these patterns, right? And you're okay with breaking promises to yourself. And then they may break a promise to you. And then you get upset and they're like, whoa. How you going to get upset at me for breaking a promise when you don't even get upset at yourself? See, this is that place where we don't want to really be. However, there's always something to be learned from an experience. I do believe that no matter how sucky the experience, and trust me, I've had my fair share of some sucky experiences. I haven't always been able to look at the experience in the moment and be like, oh, okay, yeah, let's learn this. But perhaps after some time, I was able to be like, okay, I see. So, when it comes to keeping those promises to yourself, that's important. Be accountable for your mistakes. This is a good thing about building trust in yourself. I know some people want to run away from these things. I used to run away from these things because they do feel uncomfortable. It doesn't feel good to be wrong. However, being wrong is an opportunity to be better. It's all about how you frame it and the language that you're using. What are you labeling it as? I myself have been working on this like crazy because my language, The way I internalize things, man, it's important that I'm mindful of the language that I use because it really allows me to be active in my reality and shape it with my intention so that, I can address whatever the issue may be, right? Right. Like, who doesn't want that kind of a power, right? That's strength. That's repetition. That's consistency. That's intention. So practice self-compassion and self-forgiveness. That's another important one. Build on your strengths. This is something I was missing for a long time, even growing up. Sometimes I would do it, but I feel like I wasn't really conscious of it. It was like one of them things that, it just begins to happen. You kind of find your flow and it begins to happen. And then you build on that. And so, now I'm in a space where I'm able to build on my strength and fuse my skills, right? And then, of course, firm up your decision-making skills. Another area that I definitely have improved upon, and I encourage anybody who has any type of degree of difficulty with making decisions, check that one out right there. Firm up your decision-making skills. Learn how to make those, what I call high-caliber, quick decisions. And there's not many of those in life, but they do come up. And sometimes we don't have that opportunity to think and think and think. And it's okay to think and think and think. That's cool. But when it comes to trusting yourself, there's going to be those moments where you're just like, boom, yes, absolutely. Got it. Let's go. We've all had those moments, right? It feels great because you own that moment. Like nobody can tell you anything in that moment. And it's not that so much no one can tell you anything. It's more probably about the fact that you have owned that vibration. You are in that moment. You're like, you know what? Absolutely. I'm present. I'm here. I know this is going to be for me without the shadow of a doubt. I am here. I am present. So we love it when we trust ourselves to that degree. Some people may fear things like disappointing others when it comes to making the wrong choice or regretting their decision when it comes to trusting themselves. So they may fear in doing or avoiding some of those things. Look, if you're going to make the wrong decision, you're going to make the wrong decision. Guess what? You're going to wake up tomorrow and life's going to be okay. And you're still going to wake up and do the better version of yourself and be the better version of yourself while you do the better version of yourself. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. We'll be right back. Don't forget to pick up my new book, Kissed by the Wind, A Book of Poems and Passions, Volume 3, out now on Amazon Books. Go ahead and search Tavares Allen Garrett and get yourself a copy. Thank you for your support. Get your next nutrition coach at thebodysynthesis.com today. Welcome back to the show. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. I am him. Hello, everybody. We're talking about trusting yourself today. And thank you again for being here from all around the world. Thank you so very much. You may also be lacking inner confidence if you're struggling with trusting yourself. And look, this isn't about shade or shame or nothing like that. This is simply about addressing things that may or may not be getting in our way. I used to avoid things, and look, you can't avoid things. So I really want to empower myself, and in empowering myself, I hope that I'm empowering you too, to be able to, trust yourself. And look, if you're wrong, it's okay because at least you trusted yourself. Like you took a chance and you got to the other side of that desire. You got to the other side of that choice. You got to the other side of that decision. And a lot of folks struggle with that. But you have been working toward getting beyond that struggle. So good for you. And look, we take baby steps. Small steps, big results. And repeat. That's it. You're not always going to get it right, and that's okay too. It took me a long time to get and be okay with that. It really did, because I didn't like being wrong. I would push back on being wrong so often. It was crazy. Like, it was hard for me to even be heard, and it was hard for me to hear the people that were trying to tell me perhaps some good things. But because I talk so much, I probably lost a few things, but I didn't lose all things. So I did, and I was listening. I did retain some things. I do know some things. So, and I'm grateful for that. I really am. I'm grateful for that. When it comes to career choices, maybe like when it comes like to schools or relationships, you got to be trusting yourself to make that ultimate decision, right? And so being patient with yourself comes to mind, right? That comes to mind. Learning yourself helps to enhance your self-esteem and lead you to more positive experiences, relationships, opportunities, that sort of thing. It can help guard you against anxiety and depression. And we're talking about trusting yourself here. It could even help you manage your emotions better. See, a lot of us may not even think about it that much in depth, right? Managing our emotions better is a byproduct of trusting ourselves. That's pretty cool right there. I like that. That's nice. And good practices for trusting yourself, they're very simple. They're very simple. Going with your gut, trusting that instinct, knowing that you're making the right decision, knowing that you're okay whether you are right or wrong. And is there a such thing as being right or wrong? Maybe it's a matter of perception. How do you frame this, perhaps, this particular opportunity right here? Like, what's the framework looking like? What are you labeling it as? What's the language like? You see how that works? So trusting yourself, for a lot of us, we get in our own way. So it's the language that we're telling ourselves a lot of the time that's holding us back from what we want to do. That's holding us back from where we want to go. That's holding us back from maybe trips we want to take. Maybe there's experiences we want to be a part of, but we're just like, and we give into that inside voice instead of living and trusting the unknown, because that's where the fun is. That's where the magic happens, right? People ask me, what is the unknown? That's the stuff that you don't really think about. That's the stuff where you're like, okay, I want to go, but, and then you list like all these things. Just go. It's kind of like you hear about your favorite artist coming to town on like a tour. There's a concert. You're in the city and you're like, I'm going to that. You don't even think twice. You're like, I'm going to that. We've all been a part of experiences like that. I've gone to Summer Jam concerts where it's like, 20 artists on the headliner. And as soon as you hear that it's a Summer Jam concert and you hear like the first 2 or maybe 3 artists, you're like, there, I'm going. Don't even think about it. Just go, because that's where your energy is taking you, to the unknown. All you know is that you want to be there. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. We'll be right back. Hey, Tavares here from Living Your Truth with Tavares. Always take time for your mental health. You matter. You are very important, and many people love having you around. So take the time for your mental health. I know life can get crazy. I know we all get busy. I know we got to be here, there, here. Oh yeah, and can't forget that meeting. I get it. But take the time to give yourself enough time so that you can cruise along into your day and about your day. There's no need to be playing catch up throughout the day. We all hate that feeling. I know I do. I can't stand rushing. It gets on my last nerve. So I do myself the honor and the privilege of giving myself a bit more time just so that I don't have to rush. There's no need to build up all that angst, all that cortisol inside your body, all that adrenaline. it's not good for you. So give yourself the time and have a great day. We'll see you next week. Welcome back to the show. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. How's everyone doing today? We're talking about trusting yourself. How many of y'all out there doing this? I mean, are you like really trusting yourself, or are you like kind of trusting yourself and kind of leaving it up to luck or hope? I mean, we've all done it. But it's definitely time, and has been time, to be very, more intimate about trusting yourself. Self-confidence, as in confident and having and showing great faith in oneself and one's ability, is self-confidence. That right there can win the trust of people. You can serve as an effective leader when you have that level of self-confidence. It radiates off of you. It's magnetic. It even draws people right to you. See, everybody has that type of a vibration potential, I should say. If they choose to tap into it, there's a whole lot more where it comes from. Some people don't trust themselves because of how they look or how tall they may or may not be. The length of their hair, the color of their skin. It's just these things that we kind of put in our own heads, right? So we must be conscious and be aware and do what we can to think uplifting, vibrant thoughts of ourselves to ourselves. And even speak about ourselves the exact same way. Because it's powerful. It really makes a difference. The self, us, myself, yourself, you validate you. It's not the world outside of you that validates you. Not trusting yourself can take a major toll on your quality of life. We can all agree to that. From causing mental and physical health problems, it can also cause you to miss out on life. We've all been there. We've all had bad days, maybe a breakup or something, or just the day just wasn't going your way. We've all sat in the house and was like, you know what, I'm staying in. We've all done that. That stuff is okay because I do believe that, sometimes we got to reset, got to recoup, and remind ourselves to relax. So a part of trusting yourself is also knowing when to do that, to give yourself some R&R, give yourself a moment to, relax, allowing yourself to hold space to express yourself. These are very important tools and methods and opportunities to better the self. So while we're trusting ourselves, let's also trust ourselves to be mindful of, making sure that we're being taken care of by ourselves, right? Because I know a lot of people tend to, they're chasing the bag, as they say, and they think that they can neglect themselves. But I tell you, if you neglect yourself, the self gonna let you know. It's gonna sit you down and park you. And then guess what? You're not getting to the bag. You're not getting to the bag. Bag ain't coming. Because you're parked on the sideline. That's right. Because you neglected to love on yourself. You neglected to go get a foot massage. Maybe you neglected to go get a back massage. Maybe you've just been neglecting yourself. I get it. We've all been there. I totally get it. You're like, but man, my rent is so expensive. I've been there. I totally get it. I get it. Totally get it. But you still have to be able to trust yourself enough to take care of yourself and love on yourself so that you can be around to keep getting it. You get what I'm saying? Exactly. Trusting yourself is super, super important, especially when it comes to your life decisions, right? Maybe getting married, buying a home, buying a car, those life experiences, choosing a partner, things like that. And nobody wants to question themselves. So always talk yourself up and in and not down and out, because you got the goods. You are very intelligent. You're bright. You're smart. You know exactly what you're doing. Trust yourself. You got this. You've been here before. You're not new to this. You're true to this. So let's get to it. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. We will be right back.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Please say a prayer for those over in Turkey and continue praying for those in Ukraine. The world, as we all know, is going through a very dark time right now. So please, let's shine a light and show love. Thank you. And until the next time, be the best versions of yourself. Peace. Hey everybody, Tavares here.
Hey, this is John Bon Jovi.
And you are rocking with us at Living Your Truth with Tavares podcast. Thanks, John.
Welcome back to the show. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. I am him. Today we're talking about trusting yourself. And I hope that some of y'all out there who do have a hard time trusting yourself are listening. And I hope that you're giving yourself permission to be flexible with your options. Okay, PFO. Permission, flexibility, and options. I don't want to overlook the fact that there are people who are terrified of making a mistake. And what if the next step you take is the wrong choice? There are people, if like you put yourself down in front of other people. I know people like this. We all know people like this. There's no need for that. So we understand that there's something perhaps maybe a little deeper than the surface that's going on. And so what we do is we love them through it, right? And we try to also share experiences. Just share. Not so much telling them what they should do, but just share. I've often found that through sharing, people are able to connect, listen, and share some more, right? You only make decisions if others are around you agree. We know people who also do that sort of a thing, right? They'll only make that right decision if like everybody agrees. You trust yourself. You don't want the whole group making the decision for you, because ultimately you're the one who has to live with that. Even second guessing all of your decisions. I've done this a lot in my life. I've done it. And then times I have not done it. And the times that I have not done it have been some of the more, how do you say, enjoyable, more enjoyable times when it came to making that decision. I've made a wrong decision and still feel good about making the decision, because I know how I have struggled with making decisions. Trusting yourself is so key. It is key to everything that we do in life, good, bad, or indifferent. Because if you're going to do it, you're going to trust yourself. And in order to trust yourself, you got to love yourself. You got to be willing to be, flexible with yourself. You got to be willing to maybe even laugh at yourself, right? How many of y'all out there willing to really laugh at yourself? I laugh at myself all the time. I think it's like one of the greatest joys. I love laughing anyway, but when it comes to laughing, I love laughing at myself because I think I'm funny and I think I do some silly things at times. And I'm okay with that. I'm in a different season in my life where I'm loving myself in a different way. Also, if you don't have clear boundaries set, it's going to be hard to trust yourself as well. It's going to be hard to trust other people if you don't have a clear boundaries set. Let's just be straight up about that. Because people are going to treat us based on how we treat ourselves. Again, so if they see us breaking the word to ourselves, we really shouldn't be acting all brand new when they break the word to us, because we kind of set them up. We set them up and set ourselves up for that particular letdown. So, know yourself. Your beliefs about you go all the way back to childhood. So be okay with who you are. Know yourself. Know all of yourself. Accept all of you. Love all of you. I'm a huge advocate of that. Love all of you. Don't leave no pieces of you behind. Love all of you because all of you matters and all of you has allowed for you to get to where you are today. Let go of negative self-talking. I mentioned that earlier. Limiting beliefs manifest as negative self-talk. Let go of the limiting beliefs. If you have them, write them down and then throw them in the garbage. Burn them up in a safe way. Perhaps like in a fire pit or something that has a top on it. When it's not windy, no kids around. But you get what I'm saying. Focus on your strengths. Love this one. Stop living in the past. If you're worrying about your problems, you're living in the past. So let's not do that, okay? Stop caring about what others think. This is a big one for a lot of people. A lot of people get caught up right here. A lot of people get caught up right here. Who cares what other people think? Who cares? Don't nobody care. It's all in how you internalize it. If you think other people care, then guess what? Other people care. But if you don't give a damn about what anybody thinks, guess what? Don't nobody care. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. We will be right back.
Pussycat Perla here. Fluffy in the front, tight in the back. And if we going up, we going all the way up, you dig? Y'all check it here. Be sure to tune in every Saturday to new episodes of Living Your Truth with Tavares. You know what it is, baby. Pussycat Perla. Meow.
Lifestyle is the best.
Perhaps I was talking when I should have been listening.
Lifestyle is the best.
Hey, come outside. Check out my new car I just got from Riverside Premier Motors. They hooked me up. Riverside Premier Motor has everything you're looking for in a vehicle. Dependability, gas saver, mid-size, full-size, SUVs, and luxuries. Bad credit, no credit, bankruptcies, no worries. Financing is available. Riverside Premier Motors is a pre-owned late model dealer that provides customers with a complete automotive experience, Carfax, and competitive prices. Riverside Premier Motors is dedicated to customer satisfaction. We're passionate about our cars, and we intend on sharing that passion with our customers. Come by today and check out our affordable inventory of dependable cars. Riverside Premier Motors is located in Riverside. From the 91 East, take the 215 North and exit La Cadena. Or call us 951-682-7770, 951-682-770, or hit us up online, www.riversidepremiermotors.com.
Take a moment to step into yourself. See yourself and validate yourself first. Take a moment to step into yourself with intention, because you are worth the effort. Take a moment to recognize how important you are in this moment and that you have the power to change anything you can at any given time with your thoughts. Speak it into existence. See the visualization and see yourself in your vision. Believe it. We have to believe it, right? If we don't believe it for ourselves, we can't expect anyone else to believe it for us. And most importantly, above all else, feel it. Feel it in your spirit. Feel it in your heart. Feel it in your mind. Feel it because you know that it's coming. You know that it's true and that it's meant for you. So be intentional about who you are. Wake up every day excited about who you are, because you are worth the effort.
Wait. I got John Mason.
Welcome back to the show. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. I am him. Thank you so very much for being with me today. Really appreciate y'all. Really, I do. We've been talking about trusting yourself. It's very important to trust yourself. It's very important to allow yourself to hold space for yourself, to trust yourself. And allow yourself to be wrong as well. Don't get down and hard on yourself if you're wrong. Guess what? You went for it. That's what matters. As long as you go for it. As long as you feel like you've done the absolute best that you can, and you still allow yourself to grow from the experience, there is always something to learn. And that, to me, for me, I feel is even more important. Learn from your experiences, good, bad, or indifferent. Be open to change, be vulnerable, and express yourself. Today we've been talking about trusting yourself. I want to thank everybody who tunes in from all around the world. I really, 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 really do appreciate y'all. Y'all make this show go. Your vibration is felt. I really appreciate y'all. Trust yourself. You're built for it. You're worth it. You're worth it. Look at yourself in the mirror. Use Tavares' famous mirror talk. Acknowledge yourself. Validate yourself. Love on yourself. Smile at yourself. Blow kisses to yourself. Tell yourself how beautiful you are, how important you are to yourself, how special you are. And I absolutely guarantee by the end of that mirror session, oh my goodness, you're going to be so in love with yourself, and that's what it's about. If you have comments, questions, or concerns, or you just want to say hello, you can email me You can email me at livingyourtruthpodcast@gmail.com. Traditional spelling, livingyourtruthpodcast@gmail.com. If you are on X, formerly known as Twitter, we are at LIVIN, the letter U, the letter R, and the word truth. If you are on TikTok, Facebook, or Instagram, we are at Living Your Truth Podcast. Hit us up. Let me know what's good. Tap on in. 8th season. I hope y'all loving it. This is a good one. I'm in here. I'm feeling it. Shout out to my wife. What's up, baby? I hope you feel better. You know, we getting it. So we're blessed. I thank y'all so very much. In the meantime, love yourself and each other. Be the better versions of yourself. And you guessed it. That's right. Live your truth. Peace.
Next time on Living Your Truth with Tavares.
The other side. Getting to the other side of our decisions can be difficult, but rewarding if you dare to trust the unknown. On the next Living Your Truth with Tavares.
La indeed, la did that.
Be sure to email us at livingyourtruthpodcast@gmail.com. And if you're on Twitter, we are at LIVINUR Truth. And if you're on TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook, we are at Living Your Truth Podcast. You just have to be willing to put yourself out there. And once you do, the magic will begin to happen. I'm happy to use my life as an example so that others can learn. You may have to let some things go before you become successful. Success looks different on everybody, and so does the process. Some of you want success but don't want to let go of the exact thing that's in your way of obtaining success. You can't have it both ways. Welcome to Living Your Truth with Tavares. Wow, thank you. I am living in my blessing. Thank you so much. This is great. Wow.